All right, I'm here with Kevin Pederson and talking about his new design here. Tell us about the guitar, Kevin.
This is my latest guitar, and this is called the Eva UM. It's got the offset sound hole here. In size, it's kind of OM-ish from here to here, but it does have a 16-inch lower bow, so I think that contributes some to its nice full bassy tone also. So
for sure.
Yeah.
Sounds great, and you made a couple of different design changes here as far as bracing and voicing. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah. As a guitar builder, we have our mentors and we have people we look up to, and I had a great chance meeting with luthier Sheldon Schwartz at the Detroit Guitar Show in 04 and 05, and got to know him, and he invited me down to his shop. In November of 06, I got to spend 3 days on his shop floor, and he kind of, helped me move me forward a little bit on the acoustic voicing and stuff. And so I was fortunate enough to have that meeting with him and that friendship. So and we still, send emails back and forth and stuff. I've learned a lot from him. I'm very thankful for that. So
I was talking with some of the other luthiers and about how open the business is, and everyone shares with each other, and it's kind of a beautiful thing, and it's pushing the whole trade forward.
Yeah, it does. I mean, the sharing of information is good, and yet on the other side of the coin, there is some, things that we use that make us individual in our building and stuff, and trade secrets, so to speak. A lot of the stuff under the hood, I think, is kind of everybody has their own thing, and then the shapes, the sizes, the finishes, and all that.
Right.
People are really open with.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Cool.
It has moved the craft forward immensely.
Yeah. Talk about the offset sound hole. What do you think that does for the voice?
Well, I think the offset sound hole leaves a lot more critical top intact here. Right, normally where the round sound hole is, it's removed, so you got to brace around it. Where this leaves more of a plate to vibrate to, it leaves more structure there, and I believe that has a lot to do with the bass response of this guitar. Also, the bracing that I'm doing, it allows the bridge. It allows more of this, and that is going to naturally accent the bass.
Great.
So.
And do you thin the top around the edges at all, or do you?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And the other thing that I believe, I've talked with a lot of luthiers down here, and common knowledge that you start with a really good piece, you're going to find success. Mm-hmm. And this was a really great piece. This is actually bear claw Sitka with a black translucent finish on it. And I also feel that this is just a glimpse of what the future of a great acoustic guitar could look like also. And because commonly they're really, a lot of people are into the straight green and the really creamy white look, or the German spruces and the European spruces. But I mean, there's other awesome options out there too. So
yeah, that's a beautiful finish.
Yeah, it's a successful finish. It's a successful guitar, and I'm ready to expand on it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you do some really cool inlay work these
Yeah.
days as well, and it's hard to see in the camera, but it's talk about what's inspiring. I mean, you've always been an inlay guy.
Yeah. I like to be creative on the guitar. Obviously, we want it to sound killer first and foremost. So we choose woods, we choose designs and bracing features to do that. But I like to go just a little bit further, and I'm actually becoming more subtle in it. A few years ago I was like, gotta do everything everywhere all the time, and I've come to the conclusion that just little subtle things on the guitar really speak to people, have meaning to people, and that's what really entices someone to be interested in your products and guitars.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. It makes because it can be a personal connection. The
Absolutely.
artwork speaks to you, and then
absolutely. And I'm not locked into any. I'm known for doing some some religious themes, and now I'm doing some leopards and stuff. And what I do is I try to connect with something that I feel I can do well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because somebody could come to me and say, "Hey, can you do this tree here?" And well, I could do a tree, but I can probably do other things better. So I'm trying to put forward things that I feel like I can do at a high level.
That's great. No, that's important.
Yeah.
Something you can get behind and,
Right.
and use your talents. Cool. So let's tell the folks something about you outside of guitar. Just tell me something about a hobby or something you
Sure.
enjoy doing that's not hands whittling wood.
That's a great question. I'm a family guy, so I got a wife and 3 kids, and they're getting older now. They're in their teens and stuff. One's already left the house and stuff. So me and my wife Melinda, we're trying to find things to do as they get older and stuff. We like to go on walks. We bought some bikes year before last, and we've been going out riding bike, and we got this area in Iowa called Pilot Knob State Park, and so we'll ride out the loop out there and stuff like that. I enjoy doing stuff like that. Family oriented stuff, going to church. I play in the church band. We go to a First Baptist church, and I actually play electric guitar in the band. So we get to rock it out a little bit once in a while, and those are the things that I like to do. I like to play guitar and stuff like that, and do family oriented stuff.
Family and guitar. That sounds like a good thing.
Yeah, it is. It's fun. It's fun.
Great. And then one last question. Just what are some things you see coming up in the guitar world that you're inspired by or intrigued by, things maybe that you haven't done but you see going on in the industry?
Good question. I see extreme craftsmanship. I feel like we're at the height of the Lutherie golden era. I mean, I don't feel it's been better. I feel its best days are yet ahead of us too. So I see, that's what I see out there. I see keeping up with that, keeping in step with that. From just the woodworking to the aesthetic that people are putting on the guitar, and the rosettes, some headstocks, and those are things that I'm interested in doing and pushing forward. And I think it's going to just keep climbing and just keep getting better and better. And along, I never want to lose sight of the tone of the guitar, and that's first and foremost in all my builds, and everything else just looks fancy and pretty.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Great. Well, we look forward to seeing what you dream up.
Thanks, Paul.
All right. Cheers.
Yep.